on, y'all. I got the nerve to be late and still not ready. Hold up. All right, everybody. I hope you can hear me. I'm going to give everyone some time to get in and also get myself together. You see, I got a lot going on here on this table in front of me. Come on, I want the camera to come up just a little bit. All right, there we go. All right, so there's a lot going on this table in front of me. So let me get a minute, clear the energy here. I got myself squeezed into a little corner space here. So hopefully I'm not going to be banging into my bookcase that's next to me this whole time. Anyway, welcome. If you're new here, this is your first time checking out the channel. Welcome to Soul Transforming Energy. That's what we do here. We transform our energy on a soul level so that we can communicate clearly what it is we want to manifest, as well as get into alignment with it energetically. Okay, I'm a light worker who does energy shifting, intuitive guidance, and creative visualization using West African dance or just dance in general as a foundation for my healing process. Um, so, welcome. This is the last day of the 5-day rebirth challenge that started in my private group on Facebook. And this was bonus day number 2. Today is all about the intuition, okay, which is a part of S.T.E.A.M. That's a part of soul transforming energy and movement. A lot of our movement is intuitive. So, therefore, tapping into the intuition is really important, okay? So, before I get into that, as most of you know, if you've been with me the entire journey, for one, congratulations. For those who are just joining, the 5-day rebirth challenge is going to be uploaded to YouTube. Once it's, I have to put the description and all that stuff in, and I'll be lazy, y'all. So it's sitting there right now until I'm ready to do that. But I'm going to upload them, and you'll be able to go on the journey whenever you want to on your own time, because I don't think I'm going to be doing one of these live again for a long time, at least not for the rest of 2025, because I'm going to be really focused on the organization of Bonessa Retreat, as well as working with those who join my 5-month S.T.E.A.M Weekly Energy Shift virtual program. But anyway, the grand prize winner is the person who did all of the self-work assignments since the beginning of this journey. And right now, that only person who did them all is, drum roll, or card roll, Stacy Ellis. So Stacy, you won the grand prize, which includes the prize from yesterday. Let me see, where was it? I want to make sure I read it to you. Okay. So, and some of these are options. The 2 prizes are an option, either or. Okay. So, one of the prizes, you either can choose to get a free intuitive guidance session via Zoom, or 50% off of my intuitive guidance virtual course. I know which one you're going to choose. And the other prize is, either you can choose $100 off of the full price of my 5-month program, or $100 off of the cost of the Bonessa retreat, the full cost of either 1 week or 2 weeks. So that one you can choose depending on if you are going to do the workshops or the retreat or whatever you decide. All of the prizes are transferable to others. If you want to gift it to someone else who you think might be interested, that is fine. All right. They just would have to let me know so I know who I'm working with. Okay. All right. So with that out the way, congratulations, Stacy, and everybody who was winning raffle drawings for doing the self-work this week. The most important thing is you were doing the self-work. And that is where you're supposed to benefit the most. Always take the time to look back at the assignments and your self-work and look at your answers and see how and if they changed over time. All right. Let me not have mic trouble today. Okay. So let's get into it. Intuitive guidance is pretty much the roots of STEAM, right along with dance. Those are the two gifts that I tapped into at a very early age in my life. So that's where I built the foundation of this technique, pretty much. And I never claimed that the tools I use are self-created. It's the technique, how I use them, that is unique to STEAM. Okay. Because I don't want nobody being like, oh, she thinks she invented readings. And no, I'm not saying that. But my style or my technique is unique to my technique STEAM. All right. So anyway, so the difference though that a lot of people have to realize is that we're all intuitive, but not everybody is an intuitive guide. Sometimes we get that confused where people feel like, oh, we're all intuitive. So why do people have to go to intuitive guides? Just do the work to tap into your own intuition. And yeah, that's true. That's fact. However, even mean guidance for yourself. And even if you can tap in, like I can, and offer myself guidance, it can still sometimes be biased. And you need someone who's not going to be invested emotionally to be able to have a more clear point of view for you. Um, Royalty, since the beginning of time, have always had advisors or seers who could offer guidance, but it's always intuition mixed with wisdom as well. All right. So with STEAM, I do offer a course, but it is to get you into alignment with being an intuitive guide, to offer the guidance to others. You can use it for yourself, but it's ultimately about that. And I just want people to know there's a difference. Everybody's intuitive, but not everybody is called to be an intuitive guide. So that leads me to why today I'm working on the third eye as the final day of rebirth, because there is a need to tap into your inner knowing so that you can trust yourself as you move further. If you are truly renewing and rebirthing, you don't want to repeat cycles. And we usually repeat cycles when we are in an energy of not trusting our gut and our inner voice. So I'm sorry, I just caught a glimpse of myself, y'all. This is my Merlin outfit. I always call it because I feel like I look like a wizard. I think it's this sash. But anyway, sorry, my mind. There's a need to really trust yourself moving further on your spiritual journey. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself repeating cycles out of fear. You'll be listening to the conditioned voice rather than that third eye that connects you to the divine and your ascended messengers and guides who are trying to work with you in this lifetime. It also cuts you off from your own inner knowing, your own inner compass, because don't forget, as a child of source, of God, of the Most High, you're going to have attributes of your creator, your parent, your maker. So you don't want to cut off your own access to that, being able to have direction, clear direction. All right. So what we're going to do really quickly, and this is going to be really quick, is we're going to do some breathing and some visualizations that will help you to tap into the third eye, to access that inner knowing, but most importantly, to trust what the messages you receive. Because, and I'm going to tell y'all a big secret about how I read, but I'm going to tell you after the visualization. There's just a need to um, really be able to listen to what comes in and not always see everything as a coincidence. Okay. So with this breath work, I'm going to be using a sound bowl that's attuned to accessing the third eye. You may hear some chimes in the distance a little bit. And I'm going to use a drum. Okay. And this is to really ground you. The drum is to ground you. The sound bowl is to access the third eye, to get it activated. and cleared. And the chimes are also a part of the process of awakening that third eye chakra. Okay. So after we do that, then I'll tell y'all my big secret about how I read. Okay. Now let me clear some space. I got all this stuff up here to do divination work, and I forgot about the breath work first. Let me move these things. Unfortunately, this is live, so I can't edit out my slow behind moving things. Oh, hold on. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do this without dropping stuff. Okay. Bring this on over. Let me not jinx myself. I don't want to drop anything else because I got to move the sound bowl over here. And Lord knows, y'all want to see a grown woman cry live? Yeah, that would be a moment. Okay. So for those that don't know, the third eye is one of your chakras. Chakras are energy centers in the body. And the third eye is located pretty much right here in this location. It vibrates to the color indigo, okay, like a deep, deep, deep blue. And it is pretty much your access to messages from above, your access to your own inner knowing. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so we're going to open up that space a little bit right now. But first, let's get grounded. Close your eyes. You can sit. Um, I'm not going to use a specific hand mudra for the third eye. Just have your palms open to receive. You can hold them up here or on your lap. Okay, whatever's easier. Alrighty, feet flat on the ground, or you can sit on the ground, whichever one makes you feel more rooted to the earth. Alrighty. All right, take a deep breath in through your mouth. And exhale through your mouth. Take a deep breath in. Start to feel as if roots are extending from the bottoms of your feet and the base of your spine. And breathe out as these roots go deeper, deeper into the earth. Breathe in, filling yourself up with the light and love and energy of Mama Earth. Breathe out, naturally letting go of that which no longer serves a purpose in your body. Breathe in. Exhale and relax from the top of your head all the way down to your feet. Breathe naturally through your nose. In and out, deep breaths, filling up your lungs with fresh, clean air in gratitude. And exhaling naturally out what no longer serves a purpose in your body. I want you to shift your focus to your third eye location. See it in your mind's eye, glowing, bright indigo. You can see it shining like a jewel, like a gem. You can see this light as a pinwheel. You can see it as a spiral of indigo light. However you visualize this indigo light, see it and feel the warmth. Feel the warmth of this light and feel it getting brighter and bright like light. And make sure you're breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the nose. In through your nose and out through your nose, finding your own rhythm in sync with the heartbeat of the universe. Just feeling this light energy getting brighter and brighter. Relax into this light energy, allowing any visions of light, any messages to come in. You've always had access to this inner knowing, this inner compass. You only had to tap in and open up to receive. You only had to open up to receive. Trust your inner guidance. In fact, say this out loud. I trust my inner guidance. And say it and feel it. I trust my inner guidance. I trust my inner guidance without a doubt. I I know I'm guided by light masters, by the Orisha, by the divine source, Jehovah, Yahweh, the creator, Allah. Take a deep breath in through your mouth and exhale, slowly returning to the space that you're in, becoming conscious of the space you're in. Exhale, letting go of any worries, any doubts, any fears, staying in the present. Everything is just fine. Taking another deep breath. Relaxing your face muscles, your shoulders. Exhale. Feel all of your worries going down those roots, down into Mama Earth. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. All right. Slowly open your eyes. Stretch out your legs. Stretch out your arms. I don't know why I put this on. I put it on the wrong hand. It was supposed to be on the hand that was hitting the drum, but it's all good. I guess God was like, you don't need that. But anyway, I hope that that did help you feel a little bit more connected to your third eye and not afraid to trust messages and stuff that you may receive. I hope I'm not breaking up too much. Peace, Lay. Yeah, I can see. That said, I have to say that because I'm not always able to see my comments and stuff. All right. So I got a lot going on here. Let me get it together first. Okay. Oh, this has to move too. All right. And you have to come back up out of there. Okay. So I want to go over the different ways that the divination tools that I use. And when you take my intuitive guidance course, intuitive guide course, you learn these divination tools. Okay. So I use cards, oracle cards. I use tarot cards. I use, sometimes I read crystals. Um, I, I use, all right, you a couple of examples. And in doing so, you learn about my process, but you also get a little bit of a general reading. So it's a win-win there. All right. Now, I said that after the visualization, I was going to tell you my biggest secret about how I read. And when I tell you what it is, you're going to be like, ah. All right. My biggest secret about how I read is that I go with what comes to my head. That's my biggest secret. Um, some people are blessed with the gift of clairvoyance, whereas they see visions. You might see it in your mind, like a movie, or you might see it in oracle cards and tarot cards. Looking at pictures may bring it to you, but you're visual into it. Um, some people are. Let me not forget any, because you're going to find out yours today too. Some people are clairaudient. That means they hear. So that's where you might hear something and nobody else hears it. Okay. When I was younger, I had that happen to me before. It freaked me out. Still freaks me out to this day. They're sentient, and that's when you feel it in your body, like your gut, your stomach will feel butterflies, your heartbeat will pick up, things like that. Those are most common, and people ignore them a lot. Those intuitive hits. And then there's oh, I always forget this one. Wait, let me look. Claircognizant. Claircognizant is when you just know. You just know stuff. Like you might be that person that just says, this is going to happen, and it happens. And you just don't know how you knew. You just know. So learn some of the ways I read very quickly because I have a lot to get to. I think is my battery dying? Oh my God, y'all. I hope y'all don't see me go zoop. If y'all do, that means my battery died because I'm too far from the plug to plug in. So hopefully I got enough battery left to make it through this. All right. Or y'all will be allowed to see what you're supposed to see. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to start first with astrology and numerology. Where this comes in, you do have to have some knowledge. It's not just that I trust my gut. I have knowledge of these tools and how to use them to divine, and then I trust my gut. What comes to me from as I'm using them with the knowledge that I have about them. All right. So you do have to do studying. It's not just going to be like you can use divination tools and just know. But if you are claircognizant, you might just have a knowing. Those are people who can read without using anything, which I can do. That's like channeling messages. However, for me, I also like the entertaining aspect of it. I love art, so I like to look at pictures and artwork, and I love to be able to see the process. Like, woo, okay, I'm a skeptic, so I'm one of them people that I want to see the card that says that. I want to see the dice show me that that's what my guides are saying. So that's why I love to use divination tools, and I think that's how they come in handy. So these are 3 dice. One of them is astrological dice that goes with the zodiac signs. One goes with planets, and one is numerology. I'm going to roll the dice, and I want you to choose one of them as the one that you're going to get your message from. And I'm going to go through, I'm going to give you a little read using these dice. So you can choose Astro, you can choose numbers, or you can choose planets. Don't fall off the table. All right, if you chose numbers, the numerology dice, you got the number 8. All right, eight's not a bad number. It's a number where I feel like you're right at the brink of like a transformation. Um, yeah, it's like you're right there, or maybe you're going through one currently. 8 also gives me a feeling of infinity and forever. So you may be going through something that feels like it took a long time coming, but whatever the transformation is that's happening right now, it feels like it's going to be one that's permanent. So you might be giving up or feel pushed to give up a bad habit at this time, a bad relationship, um, moving, just some kind of big change that's meant to bring some good energy in. All right. If you chose the Astro dice, you have the sign of Scorpio, which interestingly is also the 8th house. So you might also been drawn to the number 1 too. And that message may apply to you as well. But being drawn to this one means you're going through a huge transformation. Some kind of aspect of yourself is meant to die at this time, so that you can be reborn. There is a need for you to focus at this time on your personal needs and even sexual needs. I'm hearing for some of y'all. And yeah, that might be where you're feeling focused right now or frustrated. But just know, what if you're feeling frustrated, it's changing. All right, a change is gonna come. And lastly, if you were drawn to the planetary dice, you have the planet Venus. So I do feel like some kind of shift is coming in for you when it comes to love and romance. I feel like it's unexpected right now. Like maybe you're looking in one direction and it's going to come from another, or you're thinking it's not possible, or you're doubting something or worrying about something, and you're going to get a surprise like, boom, this is the one, this is it. Or you're going to get renewed faith if you're already in a relationship, like confirmation that that is the one. Okay, that is a dice read. That sounds good. That's a dice read. Okay, so I also read runes. I'm still learning with runes, so I like some notes in front of me in case I'm like, I don't know what that is. What you're gonna do now is choose a number 1, 2, or 3, and I'm gonna pull a rune and give you a little quickie, which is something you need to know. All of this guidance right now during this session is ancestral. I'm tapping into ancestral energy. Okay, so these are your ancestral guides coming through. All right, be that human ancestors or star ancestry, whichever you feel most closely connected to right now. So if you're drawn to the number 1, ooh, I like this rune. I'm gonna show them to you. Can you see it? Is the camera clearing up? So this is Ingus. I hope I'm saying it right. Oh God. This is the rune of fertility, okay, and sexuality as well. And maybe even fatherhood. So if you were drawn to 1, either there's some new idea you're going to give birth to that's about to really, really bring you some abundance, or literally you're about to give birth to a child or get someone pregnant or be pregnant yourself. Okay. Move this up because it's getting on my nerves. There we go. All right. If you were drawn to the number 2, okay, this is Burke. Oh no, don't draw a blank. This, I know this is the room of birthing. Burkana? Okay, I gotta take a peek, y'all. Hold on. I was right, Burkana. See, I need to trust myself. All right. Oops. I'm holding it the wrong way. I believe. I don't know if it's showing it to y'all backwards or not. All right. So this is another room that has to do with birthing. So everybody pretty much seems to be in the same flow. So far, the collective is in the same vibe. This one has a lot more to do with giving birth to something new. All right, a new beginning somewhere. So I feel like if you were drawn to number two, there's something that's getting a renewal. It could be you, your energy, or it could be a career. But I feel like something that felt like it was old and done is going to get like a rebirth. Okay. All right. My threes, last but not least. Let's get a rune I know. Okay. Y'all have. Dude, I don't know this one by heart either. What is this one? Can I see? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to see my little notes. We learning together here today. All right. So this is a great rune, and I'm angry. Is this the rune I think it is? How I didn't remember this rune? This is the rune. It is literally an omen for abundance. This is Fehu. This is all about spiritual wealth, wealth in all its forms. If you were drawn to number three, you got some goodies coming in. It looks like some kind of prosperity in the form of finances. So if you're worried about your money right now, or you want to invest in or do something and you're like, oh, I don't know if I got the money, it's going to come from nowhere, or whatever you put out is going to come right back to you at this time. All right. So that's how you read the runes. You look at the rune, it has a basic meaning, but then the rest of it you have to channel, you have to, you have to just feel. So that's something new I'm adding to my STEAM certification. An intuitive guide course is, if people are interested in learning the runes, I totally understand them. I feel like I have an ancestral connection to them in some way. I'm really picking them up like nothing, but every now and then, it's a bunch of them, and my mind be like, I need to look that one up again. Okay. The next way I read, besides cards, y'all know I do cards, but we're gonna get to those too, is charms. All right, so I have a little charm box. Okay, you can sit right there. And this is not something I invented. Okay, this is something that another seer that I really thought was great. She would do charms, and at first I didn't get it. I was like, how the hell are you reading these damn charms? I don't get it. And then I started to tap in, and I realized, oh, it's just like reading everything else. You look at it and you see what messages come to you. What do you get? It's really, really about trusting your intuition. All right. This is already a part of my intuitive guide course. Okay. So if you can't take certain sounds, turn your volume down. I'm about to shake this up a little bit. Let me see. Hey, Fem Forte. Okay. I got other cards in this box, homemade cards. That's something else I was thinking about doing workshops on, because I do include that in my intuitive guides course. But there may be people who just want to learn how to do it without becoming an intuitive guide for somebody. So I am thinking about maybe making a transformational quickie workshop on making your own oracle cards and stuff, or tarot cards. But anyway, so my charm box also includes cards, but miniature ones and some that I made myself. I'm going to do a quick charm reading. This is for the collective. So the message that comes through, please take what resonates. Whatever doesn't, just let it go. Let it go. All right, ain't for you. Okay. Those just don't want to come out my hands, so they're meant to come out. All right. I'm going to take those. So usually when I do this on my channel, I'm editing. I don't do the charms live, so you don't have to watch me set them up and the whole nine. But sorry, guys, watching this as a live stream, yeah, you're gonna have to watch the setup real quick. Okay. I didn't take my tweezers out so I could hold these up. Some of these are really small. I didn't even see this one. Okay, so the first thing I do is I start with the cards. They give me the overall message of what the charms are trying to say. So the first card is the Two of Cups. I don't know if y'all can see these little mini cards. Okay, I thought it would clear up. It said, no, we ain't. It's the Two of Cups. So right off the bat, I know that the charm reading is going to have some kind of basis in a relationship, or a relationship with a person, or a relationship with something that you're very emotionally invested in. So this is where you have to take what resonates. Is it a relationship right now that I'm concerned with, like a soulmate, a partnership, a friendship? Or is this or am I right now concerned with maybe a career or a hobby, or just something else that really my heart is completely invested in? Next to that, the only other card is the Ace of Spades, which is too tiny. I'm not even going to bring this up to the screen. Translated into tarot terms, this is the Ace of Swords. So something's about to come clear in regards to something you really want, or your that is like calling to you, feels like it's your perfect match in regards to a friendship, relationship, business partnership, job, location to live, just something that emotionally feels like it is exactly what you need. And maybe there was some confusion around this, but pretty soon what I'm seeing is that clarity is coming in. And it is going to take some honest communication, being able to really be clear about what you want. Okay. So these two are, they call these witch runes, but I just call them different sacred symbols. Okay. So, but you could call them what you want. All right. So one is the sun and one is the star. So it does let me know that there is some happiness that's coming in based off of something that was wished for, that was really like maybe prayed for, due to maintaining the faith, keeping the faith. All right. And I know that things might have been a little rough with whatever's coming in, because this ring here represents, let me put it on so you can see it better. It represents a tidal wave. And what it's supposed to mean is that you've been through some rough waters, but you're still here. So pretty much with that coming through, it's letting me know that what's coming in is long overdue. After having felt like you can't find your match, you can't find your calling, you can't find, you know, clarity with something that, but you feel called to something, you're going to get clarity. Okay. And it is something that it took some hard work to get to: a relationship, a career, move. It could even be a mindset for some of you, an emotional mindset now that you've shifted into, rather like responding rather than reacting type of thing. All right. I do see with this being an earpiece here, this is not like for music. This is for listening on a phone call. So for some of you, you're gonna get a call. It's gonna feel like it shifts everything and changes everything. For others of you, there's gonna be an important conversation that's going to shift everything. This is a lot I'm getting from charms today, because also we have the charm that says destiny. I don't know if that's even able to be seen clearly. No, it's not, but it says destiny. So there's something, and I want to say this week. So it does feel like this week that's coming in regards to destiny, something that's destined, that's going to come clear. So maybe there's been a little confusion about that. Like, is this my destiny? Is this my calling? Is this really my match? But you've been asking for that. You've been wanting this something, that spark, that joy. Something was missing. It's coming in. Now, this battery here says super heavy duty. It does make me feel like there is something coming in really quick that's going to boost your energy. It's going to have you feeling like, yeah, like energized. Okay. It could also have to do with finances. Money may be involved with these cowrie shells here. All right, but there's something, some unexpected money coming in for the collective that y'all aren't expecting. All right. With this charm here is a butterfly. I don't know if this is gonna come up, but It lets me know that whatever this is, this destiny, this realization, this clarity is, it's meant to bring a huge transformation. You're going to feel like night and day, that something, making some kind of move towards something is going to completely shift everything. For many of you with this owl here, it's going to really be based around your ideas, your wisdom. Maybe some of you are going to be finding something new you want to learn about that's really calling to you. Some of you are going to find a partnership or a friendship or a relationship where you stimulate each other mentally. But for others of you, you're going to find that because this is money. This is actually money from Ghana, West Africa. A friend of mine brought it back for me. I haven't been there yet. But some of you are going to find yourself either interested in doing work that has something to do with foreign countries, or you're going to find yourself wanting to invest in traveling to a foreign country at this time. And it's going to have something to do with a calling, either feeling called ancestrally somewhere, or to do something, or somebody is there that is either a friend or a business partner or a romantic interest. There's just something with international travel for some of you as well. And all of this is like destiny based. It could be stuff that you've always wanted, but there was a lot of stuff you had to go through to get to it. And now there's some conversation, some call, something you're going to hear about. So make sure you're listening to stuff, because there's something that you're going to hear or you're going to get a call about that's going to make you say, okay, this, it's clear. Okay, and you're going to feel like energized to make moves. All right. Woo! That was a deep charm read. I was not expecting that. Not saying the charms can't get deep, but shoot, that takes a lot of channeling, and I didn't expect like them to come through deep like that for the channeling. Okay. Whew. All right, so now we get to the cards. So the first one I'm going to do for y'all is another pick a number. And then lastly, for the collective, I'm going to do my usual style of group reading, which is pick a pal, because I feel like that way, even though it's still a general read, you get a more kind of closer personalized look. And many of us that are all drawn to the same collective, we're pretty much on similar journeys or have been on a similar journey as the next person or whatever like that. Okay. All right. So with this, I want you to find out today what your gift is. Everybody's has intuitive gifts. Everybody has some kind of healing gift. It's just about if you activate it and tap in. So let's see what yours is today. I'm going to choose between 4 numbers this time. All right. Number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4 to find out what yours is. Now, this doesn't mean this is the only one. It just means it's the one that's the most active or your main, most powerful one. Okay. So, you could take a deep breath in, see which number you see first in your mind. All right. If you were drawn to the number 1, what number am I going to go with? I'm going to choose a number 2. I'm going to choose 4. Freak it. Okay. So if you're drawn to number 1, you have clairvoyance. I see. So when you get intuitive hits, the way your guides connect to you is through your sight. You might have visions. You might have dreams, daydreams. You might find visualization very prophetic for you. But yeah, you're going to see stuff. Clairvoyant people also, there's something with the eyes where you can almost, people feel like you see right through them. There's a lot with your eyes with clairvoyance, how you see, what you see. Yeah, so pay attention to your dreams, my ones. You get a lot of messages through your dreams. Number 2. Number 2 is you have clairaudience. I listen. So my 2s, you might find that you get your messages hearing. And I will say, clairaudience, you clairaudience have it the hardest. You guys are usually the ones through history that are locked up in the in and said to be mentally ill because you hear your messages. So these are usually the people that are like, I hear someone talking to me. And you got to differentiate between the light and the dark. Okay, you don't want to be listening to dark voices. You don't want to be listening to messages that are not of pure guidance. But anybody drawn here, you're of the light. Anything you're hearing is going to guide you in the right direction. All right, this is not a channel for dark energy, so that doesn't, you don't have to worry about that. But that's something that through time has gotten people locked up because they're like, I heard this message and God told me that I'm meant to tell you all that it's time for us to renew ourselves and heal the planet. And people are like, you hear God talking? Okay, go commit this person, you know? So of course, there's some people that they are off, but clairaudience, you hear your messages. You might even hear animals. Maybe birds will sing really loud to get your attention about stuff. Clairaudience, you do have a special connection to the sounds of nature as well. Okay, for signs. All right, my threes. You have the gift of telepathy, I think. That is one that I did not say. It's not one of the clairs. Okay, when you have the gift of telepathy, it means that you sometimes make people feel like you read their minds. You can also send people messages mentally if you're very connected to them energetically. So you might find you could be one of those people that you might be meeting someone for the first time. And you might be smiling and shaking their hand, but in your mind, you're thinking, oh, this person's energy is nasty. And for whatever reason, all of a sudden, this person leaves the circle. They feel your vibe. Um, with this, you can also really, really tap into what somebody's thinking rather than what they're saying. And that can scare a lot of people when they feel like, oh my God, I can't wear a mask with this person. So that is something that you might want to think of developing more to use for positivity. Like when someone's going through something, but they're having trouble expressing what they're going through, being able to really feel what they think. And it really it does come down to feeling energy and vibes. It's not so much reading somebody's mind, but reading their energy. Okay. And that's a gift that you have. All right. Last but not least, if you were drawn to number 4, wow, I'm gonna pull another one for 4 because we literally didn't get an intuitive gift. I forgot I have other gifts in here, not just intuitive. But my number 4 is we got motivational speaker. I energize. So on top of an intuitive gift, there is also a side calling for speaking of some kind. All right, where you're meant to get people up and wanting to do something. Okay, that could be making them want to drop certain habits, energizing and motivating people to shift their mindset, motivating people to go after a goal. It could be stopping an addiction, it could be weight loss, it could be whatever. Okay, that's a side gift. Okay. And clairsentient is the clair. Okay. I feel. So my 4s, your gut tells a lot. And if you ignore it, you're usually sorry. So you're one of those intuits that it's like you can go in an environment and feel either energized by the environment, like you could be feeling down and walk into a space and be like, whoo, I feel good now. Something because your body is reading the room. Or you can walk into a space and feel good and then all of a sudden feel like, ugh. You could get around somebody and feel that. You can have an appointment and your body is already telling you like, I don't want to go to this. Something is saying don't go. That is the gift of the clairsentient. So let me motivate you clairsentients to listen to your body, listen to your gut. It don't lie. All right. Oh, you picked 4. Oh, shit. Yeah, that is a match. All right. So there y'all have it. And if you've never heard those before, look into them. Okay, look into these gifts. If you're hearing it now, it's a calling. It's pretty much your guide saying this is what you should be focusing on at this time. All right. So for the last part, I'm gonna do a pick a pal. Ooh. Okay. Before I do my final, which is VIP reads. All right. And these are things I'm also going to be doing on the retreat. Somebody asked me if I was going to be if I do readings during the retreats. I do readings. Some people have asked me, you know, separately, like just personally, to come in their room and I'll set up a time where I could do a read. But I do general group collective reads during my STEAM sessions. All right. Mostly channeled because, you know, in the motherland, you don't want to pull out my talisman and my charms and scare people like, oh my God, what's she doing? So yeah, that's why the personal readings are in private. Okay. But yes, they are a part of, you know, the journey. Can't go there and not connect to the ancestors intuitively. What? Okay. And working with me as a group virtually, you're going to get a collective group read anyway at the end of each of the sessions. So the collective read is really going to focus on some special gifts you may be overlooking. All right. And each pile is going to have a spirit message, like a little special message. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to use this oracle deck too. This is how you'll choose your pile. So you're going to watch me make the piles live. I'm literally going to be setting the cards out as I do your pile. Therefore, if you choose a pile that's not number one, that means you're probably going to sit through the other piles, which is also good because we're one and whole in this collective, and there may be messages for you in the other piles. But yeah, there's no way to like fast forward, or you could just come back when you think, oh, she might be up to my pile. I'm going to try not to ramble. Just going to tell you the gift you may be overlooking or something that's trying to come in at this time, you know, in the upcoming week. This is like part 2 to my weekly vibes, which is going to upload as well after I finish this live. It's already been edited, so that I'll be uploading as well. Okay. So I'm going to show you 3 different cards, whichever card or word you feel drawn to. Okay, they do have pictures. It could be a picture, it could be the word, it could be the number of the card, like the number 1, number 2, or number 3. Whichever one calls to you, choose that one. That's where your message is, okay, for today. Don't second guess. Go with exactly what you feel called to. So the first pile is represented by the card that says herbs. The second pile is represented by the card that says guidance. And the third pile is represented by the card that says mysteries. Trying to cover the words because I don't want y'all to see them yet. All right, so herbs, guidance, or mysteries. And for the collective, the card at the bottom of the deck is roots. Connect with your roots. Ancestral wisdom guides you. So that may be a message for some of you. It may mean something special. Connect with your roots. It may be time to return to your place of ancestry or your hometown, or it just may be time for you to reconnect with your roots. Maybe study something culturally that connects you to your ancestry. All right. So by now you should know which one you chose. Herbs. Hey Monique. Herbs, guidance, or mysteries. Okay. I'm gonna take a pile too, so let me think. quickly. What's the first one that came in my head? All right. I think I'm going with guidance. Or no, maybe I'll go with mysteries. Maybe there's a message for me in all of them. I can't really decide. Okay. Herbs. If you were drawn to the card that says herbs and has a little basket of herbs on it. So it says nature's gifts are abundant. Utilize herbs for healing and magic. So I am feeling like you may have some special gift you're overlooking when it comes to dealing with herbs and teas and being able to use those things for healing. Okay. Maybe even for making money. All right. If you're really good at being an herbalist, I don't know if it's called herbology or whatever, if the study of herbs. All right, so let me see. What else do you need to know? You have the Eight of Wands. I'm going to pull 3 cards for everybody. The Sun and the Fool card. All right. So something's about to really pop off or take off really quickly and soon for you. It feels like it's going to right something that made you unhappy. With the Eight of Wands, this is messages coming in very quickly or some kind of contact, somebody trying to contact you or reach out to you. So whatever gift you're overlooking at this time, it's something that it once made you very happy, but now it just feels like it's risky. Maybe it was something that didn't make money, but they're requiring you to take that leap. Maybe it felt like something that wasn't going to make money or doesn't make it quickly or whatever. But it does feel like it's something that makes you very happy to do. With this, it's coming through reverse, meaning not doing this is a cause of unhappiness. Yeah, 9 of Wands reverse, but it is feeling like something you feel like you worked very hard at and you didn't get your recognition, like something you gave up on. Like, I worked really hard at that. It's my joy, but it's not making me happy anymore because I feel like my work's not being seen or appreciated. You're going to get a message or something that's going to show you exactly what this gift is, but it's something that you're required to just trust. They're not even giving me a sign. What could it be? Herbs is like an underlying gift, but this one is something in the present right now that you know of. The Emperor reversed. It's something that it feels like a business of your own. Something that is like a business of your own that you're meant to do, but you're not doing it. Maybe before at some point it just was stressful. Okay, but it's going to come back around. Somebody's going to reach out. All right, let me get you your spirit message. It says, if it is meant to be, if it is meant to be, it will be. You won't have to force, convince, or worry over it. Let it flow, let it be, and let it come to you. You are attracting everything you need. Trust the timing of your life. Amen. I mean, Ashe. Moving on to my group 2s. They told y'all once. All right, if you were drawn to number 2, which is the card guidance, okay, it says seek guidance from within. The answers you seek are in the cards. So some of you here may be intuitive guides or feel called to learn about readings and things like that. This is a sign that that is a calling of yours or a gift you may be overlooking. Maybe you're meant to use the cards to see how you're meant to use your intuitive gifts. Not everybody's meant to read cards, and not everybody's meant to do it the same way. You may be meant to go to the cards to find out how you're meant to offer guidance or where you're meant to get guidance from. Okay, it does feel like though intuitively you'll be guided to what you need. Now let's see what else you need to know. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords reverse, and the 10 of Wands reverse. All right. So it feels like right now there's something you've been working on. It might feel like it's moving slow to bring in money. Something is coming in though that has been taking some time to move. There does feel like there's some confusion with work what you're supposed to be doing. You might have took on a lot, my twos, and there could be a feeling of needing to let some stuff go with the feeling burdened here and the sword upside down. It really means like feeling unclear. Maybe you put too many sticks, got too much going on, and nothing, because of that, nothing's getting 100%. So it's going to feel like it's moving slow. But there's something that, because it's moving slow, it's going to be really good and stable. With the Knight of Pentacles, it means it's going to be really have longevity. Okay. And it's going to open you up to exactly what your special gift is. Because right now it feels like maybe you have many and you don't really know where to focus your energy. Some clarity, maybe. The Chariot reversed. Yeah, they're just saying you need to slow down and really use discernment to see exactly where you feel guided to focus. Maybe get a career reading, or it does feel like career with this Pentacles here. So it has something to do with that. All right. So it might be slowing down your money and opportunities from coming in because there's an overwhelm. All right. And so, yeah, know that you do have a gift of offering guidance in some way, but you may be doing too much. That's what I'm hearing. And you need some clarity. So by stopping for a minute and seeing what you're doing, you'll see you'll get clear on what it is your calling is. All right, your message split from spirit. Resilience is one of the strongest qualities you have. I just talked about giving up on something. Resilience is one of the strongest qualities you have. It has gotten you through so many trials and tribulations in the past, and it will continue to do so. Lean on that inner tower of strength anytime that you need it. You've got this, my twos. So don't give up. Just use discernment and see what it is you really feel called to, what you feel passionate about, and what feels like a burden. And whatever feels like a burden is what needs to go. All right, moving on. If you would, I hope that resonates. If you were drawn to 3 mysteries, all right, it says unlock ancient secrets. The past holds the keys to your future. So I am getting that my 3s, you may have a gift of being able to tap into some ancient knowledge, some ancient knowing. You're somebody that tapping into the Akashic records or getting past lifetime regression readings and things like that done would be really beneficial for you, because it'll awaken ancient knowledge and things within you that may be lying dormant. So you may have a gift as a shaman or some kind of healer of some kind. And at this time, there's a need for you to really tap into those mysteries. Maybe there's a need to take workshops, read books, look at videos, and open up your mind to some of the mysteries of the universe. Okay. You also have, what else is your special gift? 3 of Wands. You're overlooking 4 of Wands reverse and the Queen of Wands reverse. All right. My 3s. With the 3 of Wands here, it's giving a little bit of the same energy as of the Pile of Twos, of Pile 2. There's something you've been waiting on. All right. And you sent the message out to the universe. This is something you really want and you're very passionate about. And it's coming in. But there's almost like a fear, a lack of confidence that could be in the way, that it's going to be something stable. Maybe there's something you really, really want to come in that has not offered you stability in the past. It could be a relationship. It could be a career. Whatever it is, it did a little damage to your self-esteem and you believing that you can have what it is you want, or that you have the gifts that you believe you have. And you're about to get some proof. It's coming in. I feel like my Pile 3s, what you're missing is your accolades, your recognition, and you're about to receive it, and it's going to give you some kind of boost, and it's also going to be something that's stable. Like maybe you're going to have some kind of support come through that's going to make you feel stable in whatever it is you're supposed to be tapping into at this time, which is, it feels like for this Pile, really unlocking some ancient spiritual mysteries and connecting and using them to heal, or maybe to heal others if that's your calling. All right, my 3s. Your spirit message is your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forward. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention most. Make decisions rationally, but sensibly. I feel like all of these spirit messages have been totally on point, and I hope that they resonate with all of you. I hope that you guys enjoyed tonight's session. I'm going to give my VIPs their final VIP read. Hopefully I don't cut off because my camera did dim my light. Like, girl, you got to conserve some energy here. You ain't plugging in. But I hope I make it through y'all session. Otherwise, I'll just recharge and I'll pop back on for y'all. But anyway, I hope that this is not the end of your journey. I hope that everybody here is going to join me on the retreat, Bonessa. I hope that everybody here, if you ain't going to do that, you join the 5-month program. Tomorrow, I am doing free 15-minute consultations if you still are unsure if it's a fit for you at this time. But the program starts the following Saturday. I haven't decided Saturday or Sunday yet. I'm sorry, forgive me, y'all. But you'll start to see the advertisements go up. Anyone who's going on Bonessa, you're in the 5-month program for free. So think about it. It's time. All right, sending y'all light and love. I'm moving on to the VIPs. Let's cross our fingers and hope that I make it through your card pulls. What your card pulls are telling you today. Oh, this is cute. Bottom of the pile, they drew my attention to the 10 of cups. So just know, you guys, there's some emotional happiness and bliss coming in for everybody at this time. Even if you feel like you're looking at obstacles and you don't see the light coming in just yet, it's coming. All right, it's here. All righty. So my VIPs for tonight, I don't have any donations that I know of. If someone sent a donation, I didn't see it, write it in the comments. And if I don't see your comment in time, I will leave your read in your inbox on Messenger. All right. My VIPs I have tonight are Lay Knight, Stacey Ellis, Caitlin Shackelford, and Dominique Johnson. All right. You're going to get a message from your guides that's going to try to give you a specific aspect of your gifts or yourself that you need to be looking at, and you're going to get a message from a divine master that's walking very closely to you at this time, all right, and working with you. So I'm starting with Dominique Johnson. Lay, your second. Stacey, your third, and Caitlin, your last. All right. So Dominique, this is also going to let you know what energy you're bringing into the world as well. All right. Dominique, you have, wow, you got 2 cards stuck together. You got laugh and have fun, smile, positive energy, and joyfulness. And you have whole self health, natural therapies, balance, and Ayurveda. So at this time, your ancestors are letting you know that your gift at this time is laughter and having a good time, and that's your medicine. So when you're feeling low and down, you need to get with friends and loved ones and just laugh and have a good time however you can. Also for you, you need to pay attention to what you're putting into your body. You need to use natural forms of healing. Don't use any, over-the-counter stuff, I guess, if you have to. But really for you, it's very important to pay attention to what you eat, all right, what you're putting in your body. Let's see what guide we got coming through for you. And you have the Egyptian goddess Mayat, divine intervention, options, and choose the highest good. So at this time, she's helping you to look at your choices in front of you in regards to how you want to move forward in your life and to choose the road that is going to do the most good.